Mushet High School's Shanoya Douglas. Here is why we think she's very, and I mean very, special. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, you ready? Yep, good to go. Well, first up, let me just say on Sunday, April the 7th, I got married. Yes, to an amazing young lady who was kind enough to say yes. So, big up to me. All right, let's get into this. Mushet High School's Shanoya Douglas last year made I wouldn't say a splash. She did okay. We knew that she was a talented young lady. But this year in 2024, between the ISA Boys and Girls Champs, plus corporate and other meets, but by the time she got to the ISA Boys and Girls Champs, and of course the 51st staging of the Carifta Games, we knew that this young lady was not just special, she was very and is a very, very special talent. First up, she walked away with the win in the Class 2 Girls 400 meters in spectacular form. We saw it coming from the heats, and certainly in the semis, she threw down the gauntlet. Shanoya Douglas won in a time of 53.03 in the women's, the girls' Class 2 400 meter finals.
Daly, Douglas, Carr, and Brown. What a race this promises to be.
You know,
from Nastasia Fletcher and in fact Jody and Daly of Heidel. Now Shanoya Douglas begins to motor down the backstretch, but Jody and Daly still in touch. Now Douglas begins to disconnect, and Shanoya Douglas is absolutely destroying the field on this backstretch. Less than 200 meters to run now in this 400 meter final. Will they have enough to get back to Shanoya Douglas of Mushet? It's Shanoya Douglas off the top bend now, swings into the home stretch. She has a sizable advantage. Shanoya Douglas is chasing glory and is chasing the record books here at Champs 2024. Shanoya Douglas of Mushet. Keep an eye on the clock. Gold medal virtually wrapped up. Will she get better than 51.62? Look at the close on the outside. Shanoya Douglas comes through and gets a gold.
And then she came back and surprised many, beating Thiana Lee Terrelong of Edwin Allen over the Class 2 Girls 200 meter finals in spectacular form. One of the best races I've seen since the clash between Brianna Liston and Tina Clayton at the ISA Boys and Girls Champs 2 years ago. Running into a minus 3.5 win, she won in a time of 23.93 seconds.
it still travels from St. Thomas, but guess what we have on screen? The race
From Heidel, this is
So they're set away the second time of asking. No Sabrina Dockery. Tiana Lee Terlong gets a blistering start and is blown by Shanoya Douglas on the outside from Mushet. Tiana Lee Terlong swings around the bend on the outside. Shimonique Hazel from Heidel is also going well. Here comes the 400 meter champion. Terlong tries to hold on Shanoya Douglas. Shanoya Douglas from Mushet goes by Terlong. On the outside, Hazel will get third. The 400 meter champion as the 200 meter.
Now, at your behest, as per some of you, as I said, I got married on Sunday to this remarkable young lady, and I've been getting congratulations from hundreds of people all over social media, including some of the royals here, some of you amazing royals, and some of you have DM'd me and asked me how you could contribute. Now, we're already married, so we're okay. But we did put together a honey fund, which is really a honeymoon fund. I'm going to leave a link in the description below per your request. If you want, you can contribute something towards our honeymoon. Just a thought, just the fact that you want to contribute means a lot to myself and my wife. So thank you very much. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now let's get back to this video. But this win at the ISA Boys and Girls Champs against Thiana Lee Terrelong demonstrated a maturity that surprised even me for a Class 2 girl. A very, very important ingredient in why I think personally that Shanoya Douglas of Mushet High School is a very, very special talent, that maturity. Then, of course, she went on to the Carifta Games, the 51st Games, which took place over there in Grenada, in St. George, and won the 200 meters ahead of the favorite Sabrina Dockery. Shanoya Douglas won this one in 23.03.
I think anyone who wants to win this has to be ahead of Douglas at 160. Away they go. Doctor flew out of the blocks. So too did Soleil Frederick. Soleil Frederick is running brilliantly. The Jamaican Dockery coming forward now. Soleil Frederick, the defending champion, is in front. Dockery starts to chase. Douglas is coming forward as well. Douglas, Soleil Frederick, and Dockery. That's the way they finish. 23 flat for Shanoya Douglas. She was always going to be the danger in the last 20 or 25 meters. That's where she poured forward, and Soleil Frederick could not hold her off, but she...
The Carifta 200 meter under 20 girl champion came back to anchor the under 20 4 by 100 meter relay team to victory for Jamaica.
Set.
Cleanly away this time for the 4x100 final for under 20 girls. Trinidad and Tobago up well with Symphony Patrick. Abiba Harris runs a good first leg for the Jamaicans as well. The Jamaicans change safe and first. Tiana Lee Terrelong, the 100 silver medalist, goes flying by Frederick. Jamaica ahead of Trinidad and Tobago. Here's the change for the Jamaicans. Soleil Frederick on the third leg for Trinidad and Tobago, but it's Jamaica with the advantage. This is where the battle is expected to be. Here's the final change. Jamaica ahead of TNT. Down the home stretch they come. Trinidad and Tobago trying to close, but the Jamaicans pull away through Shanoya Douglas. 43-61.
Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. Yes, some of you may say these pronouncements are happening too early, but it isn't. We have seen exceptional talent before. Several years ago, we noted Brianna Williams, Tia Clayton, Brianna Liston. The list is not long, but there are a few young ladies who demonstrate a consistency that is rare. Now, Shanoya Douglas has not been winning the way that the Clayton twins have been winning. Were winning throughout high school, or the way Brianna Liston blew up at age 12 and then because of injury, came back towards the end of her high school career and is now just doing amazing things. I don't think athletes like this come along every day. Jamaica has a plethora of great talent. But there's something about Shanoya Douglas. There are a few things about Shanoya Douglas that I want to point out that makes me think she's very exceptional. One, if you look at her race in the 200 meters, the way she beat Tiana Lee Terrelong, Terrelong came off that curve ahead of her. The same way that Fredericks from Trinidad, a solo Fredericks from Trinidad, one of the twins from Trinidad, and Sabrina Dockery came off the curve in the 200 meters at the Carifta Games ahead of her. She didn't lose her composure. She kept her form, trusted her training, trusted herself, knew that she had the speed, endurance, and the stamina to beat them out in the end. In other words, it was a simple situation of endurance beating speed. But then let me underline the other point of what I'm saying. Another reason why she's exceptional. There are other athletes, Aliyah Baker, for instance, of Idle High, who's mastered many 400, the 200, 100, super talented young lady. Habiba Harris, a 100-meter sprinter, excellent. A stronger hurdler. But there's something else about this young lady, Shanoya Douglas, outside of the maturity, the abnormal maturity, because she's like 16, 17, and to keep a cool head when you're under that kind of pressure, you're not normal. But the other thing is, she's not just rounded, but she's really fast. Her times are standout times, and they will only improve. Also, the run that she did in the ankle head of the 4x100 meter at the Carifta Games says to me that she's also a speedster. I've also said it. She will be a 100 meter phenom, the same way Sabrina Dockery has stepped down from the 400 and 200 meters. So I think that these factors, and then there's one other thing that I want to add. So there is a maturity or ability to absorb stress, deal under pressure, and not lose form, not lose her racing plan. That's very important. That's how she won at the Carifta Games. That's how she won against Tiana Lee Terlong, who was the clear favorite to win. The other thing, as I said, is that she's actually very, very fast in all disciplines. Her times in the 400 meters are very impressive. They're solid times. Had the lactic acid not hit her towards the end of her 400 meter at the ISA Boys and Girls Champs, you may have seen the shattering of that Class 2 Girls 400 meter record at the ISA Boys and Girls Champs. So we're talking about someone who's very, very, very fast. But the final thing I wanted to say is confidence. She's extremely confident, and again, something very unusual for an athlete that young. I get no sense of can or can't I. Very focused, and these are really important attributes, and why I think this young lady, Shanoya Douglas at Mushet High School, is very, very special. I don't think she's going to be a flash in the pan, people. I think if she continues to evolve the way she is, she's going to be a very exceptional talent. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!